You remember at the start of the Iran war, everyone said there was this oil shock coming that was going to basically blow up the whole world.
World fears an oil shock.
Oil shock.
Oil shock.
Global oil shock is raising alarm.
This has the potential to be the biggest oil shock in history.
All the flights were going to get grounded.
Airlines are saying expect flight cancellation.
They are canceling flights.
13,000 flights have been cancelled.
Cities were going to go dark.
The final vessel carrying jet fuel into the United Kingdom is going to get here in 48 hours, and there's no more after that.
Gas was going to triple in price if you could get any at all.
Situation's looking pretty dire.
Gas prices are expected to go up again.
It would take months to recover.
This was just hard math. The world's oil was going to dry up, and that would be that.
How we emerge from this crisis will define us for a generation.
And then it just kind of never happened.
Oil futures, they're telling you in August, actually, prices are coming down.
Markets seem to be showing far less alarm than they did at the start of the conflict.
And it's not like the predictions turned out to be based on some mistake. You can go back and check their math. It's right. The world should have ended like 4 weeks ago. No, something happened that no one expected, that no one thought was even possible. The world got a savior, and it was the last person that you would guess. Yes, it was the General Secretary himself, the party chairman, Chinese President Xi Jinping. And if you're thinking, okay, why didn't I hear about this? It's because China pulled it off basically in secret, which is kind of a weird way for an aspiring superpower to save the world. And it gets even weirder because the country they saved most of all is their chief rival, the United States. Well, today we are going to pull back the curtain on how China saved the world from the Iran oil shock. We're going to start by piecing together what China did that saved the world since it happened in secret. We're going to unravel how China did it, because this should simply not have been possible to pull off, which will help us to answer why China did it, the theories for what was behind all this. And finally, we are going to look at what this changes in our global economic order. This is a crazy one, guys. This story is crazy. So let's get into it. Okay, so to understand what China did, we're going to use the board to map out the global oil economy, what happened to it from the Iran war, and then what China did to save it from completely imploding. Good? So the main thing about oil is it's traded in one unified global market. That means all the world's producers sell into the same big supply of oil, which the world's consumers all buy from. And this is why when something happens in any part of the oil world, like, say, a war in the Middle East, it affects everyone. And on any given day, there are about 100 million barrels moving through this system. 100 million barrels produced every day. And that is also 100 million barrels that gets consumed every day. And it's really important that these two numbers are the same. Every drop of oil that gets produced every day gets sold and consumed every day. There is zero slack in the system. And that is why it is such a big deal when the Iran war starts and Iran shuts down the Strait of Hormuz. And doing this, shutting down the Strait of Hormuz, blocks 20 million barrels of oil per day from reaching the world. So now we've only got 80 million barrels a day in output to meet 100 million barrels a day in demand, right? This equation no longer balances. We now have a 20 million barrel a day deficit. And this deficit means that pretty soon, 20% of the oil-consuming world was going to power down. That's 1 in 5 flights, 1 in 5 factories, power plants. It's a global calamity. Still, the world is ready with a couple of defenses, including this: oil pipelines that go around Hormuz.
This is the east-west pipeline known as Petroline.
That big one is controlled by Saudi Arabia, and then the United Arab Emirates controls the other main one.
This is the Abu Dhabi crude oil pipeline.
And these pipelines add about 7 million barrels of oil back into the system. It's a lot. Okay, so now, just to make sure we're keeping score, we're at a negative 13 million barrel a day deficit. Right, we removed 20 million barrels from the system, we added 7 million back in, 13 million deficit. It's better, but it's still really bad. Okay, so you guys are still with me? The other big defense that the world has is strategic petroleum reserves, emergency stockpiles of oil. These tanks are all full of oil. America and other countries keep huge stockpiles like this for emergencies. And there are even bigger US stocks I can't show you because they're kept in huge salt caves thousands of feet underground. Tons of countries have these reserves. Here's Japan's, one of the world's largest.